Hello everybody. I'd like to suggest to as many of you as possible to follow Virgin's example and help give ex-offenders a chance.
Imagine what it's like. You've been in prison for 6 months, 9 months, a year. The gates open and out you go into a world where you have no home, you have no job, you have no money. If there's no one there to help you, where are you going to go?
Britain post-riots has changed. Everyone now appreciates it's not just the government's job to find solutions to society's ills. It's all our jobs.
I think it's worth at least a conversation, trying to build a relationship and then see what people can do better in the future together.
There are a huge number of people out there who've just made a mistake.
Never in a million years would I have thought I could go to prison. That's what I've learnt from it. You can't judge people because it could happen to you.
What I find most fascinating is that on major studies about our work using ex-offenders to deliver our services predominantly, we can bring down reoffending rates by up to 40%.
It's an inspiration. We're inspiration to other people that were in the same cycle as we're in and want to break out.
10 years ago we recruited our first ex-offender, and since then we've become one of the biggest employers of ex-offenders in the country. In 10 years' time we will be employing tens of thousands of ex-offenders.
And I think financial services has a terrible name. I think it's seen as a very kind of selfish, inward-looking industry, and I'm not convinced that's true. And so very keen to give people a second chance, and delighted we can do that here.
Well, while I was in prison, I obviously had a lot of time to think, and I thought to myself, basically, I don't want to do no more time in prison. I don't want to ever go back to prison again.
The only contact I'd ever had with that group of people had been what you see on the news. The first client that we saw was Michael. He was fantastic. We really needed enthusiasm and fresh blood in our industry because we have a terrible skills shortage.
The past is the past, and people do change.
What do you think of your dad? Are you proud of your dad?
I'm very proud of him. He works every day.
And what do you want to do later?
I want to be just like him.
I would say 8 out of 10 will go back to jail if they don't get the help.
So my big ask to you out there is, what can you do to help St Giles Trust? There is something in there for everyone to make a real difference in society.
Thank you.